Welcome back, everyone. When last we looked at our project, we had deployed a swarm and we had also deployed services to that swarm. We can see from the visualizer the currently running services. Our final scenario will be to utilize a Docker pipeline to provide continuous delivery capabilities. So for our node application, which is just a simple Express application that returns a message object on a GET request, we will update the source code, confirm that the code survives static analysis, that there is unit testing, that there is confirmation of code coverage. The code will then be committed to GitHub. The commit to GitHub will trigger a build in Jenkins. The Jenkins build will again include testing, code coverage check, a rebuild of the new code to a Docker image. The Docker image is pushed to Docker Hub, where it is now available to be utilized within running containers. So let's see if we can make this happen. Within our code, you see that it currently returns a string, which includes beta. Here we have a running curl. So every second, do a GET request to the application URL. And the response currently matches what is in the application. It says beta. Let's make a change to the application. Let's remove beta. So now we are officially version 1. Okay, let's do a get diff. We see the one change that we have made. Okay. We will commit our change. We will push the change to GitHub. And we should now see that change kick off a build in Jenkins, which it does. Checkout completed, prep completed, executing test successful, and doing a build and push to Docker Hub. Okay, that all appears to have worked just fine. Let's take a look at our console output. Okay, we had the commit message. We had the pull from Git. We had the Docker run for testing purposes. We have the application test and code coverage check. And we have a Docker push. So everything worked as expected, and we have a successful finish. For testing purposes, we're simply utilizing Mocha to do a request to the app and confirm that the response is what we expected. If we go to Docker Hub and do a refresh, we can see that approximately 2 minutes ago, we got a new tag for our Docker image ending in EE49. If we check within Jenkins, you will see that we did a Docker push with a tag ending in EE49. If we check in GitHub, we will see that our last commit ended in EE49. So there is the chain of custody. We can now go to our running application, still reports beta. And the first thing that we can test is, if you look at the visualizer, you'll see that there are currently 2 node demo app containers. Let's increase that to 6. Okay, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instances of our node container, and it still reports beta. And let's now update the container to the newest image. The newest image would be the one with the tag ending in EE49. Docker service update, new image name, service name, enter. The new image is being downloaded to the various nodes, and you can see that the transition has begun. The beta containers are being aged out and replaced by the new containers that are no longer beta but production. We do have an occasional get miss, and we will revisit how to avoid that in the next video or a subsequent video. Okay, the update is done, and you can see that we no longer have beta copies. All the nodes are now running 1.0 production. So again, we did a code modification to our source code, remove beta. We did a source code analysis utilizing IaC, with the target being 100% code coverage. We ran our unit testing utilizing Mocha. All tests are passing. We then committed our code to GitHub. The commit to GitHub triggers a webhook to Jenkins. Jenkins then runs its pipeline. The pipeline has a GitHub project URL. And it has a Jenkins file which has the commands that are part of the Jenkins pipeline. Basically, get the commit ID, create a new Docker container in which to perform our integration testing, and on passing, perform a Docker build and push to Docker Hub. Once our application is available on Docker Hub, we then executed a Docker service update with the latest tag number, tag ID, tag identifier, and our application is automatically updated, and now the latest version is being served. Okay, so there you have it, an example of a Docker Jenkins pipeline in action. See you in the next video.